here I am about to do a set of some pulls and cleans with a jerk. So 2 pulls, 1 clean, and then 1 jerk with the 24 kg bells. Those are 53 pounds each. It's taken me actually quite a while to start competing with these weights. A number of years ago I was doing biathlon with the 20 kg bells, so that's just the jerk, and then I transitioned from biathlon to snatch only, and then eventually came back around to working on long cycle, because with that extra clean in there it really helps to help me positionally versus just doing the jerks over and over. So I find long cycle is a better event for me than jerk itself. And I stayed with the 20 kg bells for quite some time before I started to feel comfortable with the 24 kg bells. So these are 1-minute sets. I don't really have a specific goal in mind here for pacing or any particular breathing sequence in the rack or overhead. I'm just trying to make it feel really snappy, and I'm just trying to be overall just happy with my technique and my positioning rather than my pace or the overall volume itself. And I am coming off of a bit of a back strain. My SI joint gets irritated from time to time. But this is taking place about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was feeling the itch to get in the gym and do some long cycle. Felt I was a bit due for a set, and I was just planning on keeping it short and sweet and just getting some time in under the 24 kg bells. Sometimes I get a little anxious when I haven't been under the 24 kg bells for a while. So basically any little bit I can get in is good for me. And my back felt pretty good on this set. However, at the end of this particular round, my back was starting to feel a little bit tired, and I didn't want to push it. So this is actually my last set. Now my warm-up leading up to the 24 kg bells, I did a few 1-minute sets with the 16 kgs and a couple of 1-minute sets with the 20 kgs, and then I just went right into the 24 kgs. Now here what I'm doing is some side steps with a latex band around my ankles, just for a little bit of medial glute stimulation. And I really should have done this before my kettlebell sets, but it was a bit of an afterthought. But I have some sled pulls later in this workout, so I just wanted to wake up my glutes a little bit and just make sure my hips were stable. And I was almost doing this as a bit of a diagnostic tool just to make sure I'd be okay to do more volume, because this really lights up the hips. So I just wanted to make sure that nothing flared up after doing this. So I'm doing a 1-minute set here, to which I would be following that up with a farmer carry with the 32 kg bells. Those are 70 pounds each, so 140 pound walk. And I'm actually just going to start it with a few RDLs just for shits and giggles. again, a little bit of a diagnostic tool there just to make sure everything's feeling okay. And then I just take them for a 1-minute walk. And then following this set, I took a little bit of a break, and then I did a kind of a max timed walk for 3.5 minutes with those bad boys. And my traps were really starting to feel it on that one. So this is the street out front of my gym, and I'm doing some sled pull with 70 pounds loaded up with plate weight on the sled. This sled I purchased from Bells of Steel, a Canadian company, and it's coming really handy, real useful. I love using my street to do these prowler pulls as well as prowler pushes. And for this particular set, I did a sled pull out to the end of the street, and then I turned around and did a prowler push on the way back. And the reason I decided to use the sled today is, again, didn't want to get any flare-ups in my back, and squats, and not so much the lunges, but definitely squats and deadlifts can sometimes give me a bit of an adverse reaction. But something a bit more functional, a bit more natural movement, cross-body, locomotive style of motion is usually a bit better for me, for my back.
Oh, that's no walking. Oh.
And then the very last thing I do in this workout is some sport-specific kind of half-depth squats that are very knee dominant. So as opposed to when we usually train the squat where we're kind of leading with the hips and trying to get that hamstring engagement first, this one I'm actually leading with the knees and really trying to work the muscular endurance in the quad muscles themselves, because that will best emulate the dip in our jerk when we do our kettlebell sport.